In the cold silence before sunrise, when the world was still half asleep, a terrifying sound suddenly ripped through the valley of Hayr. No wind moved. No animals made a sound. The entire valley froze. Then, without warning, a giant mountain cracked straight down the middle. The ground shook violently. Dust exploded into the sky. A blinding light burst from inside the rock, and from the heart of that mountain emerged a massive camel. People stumbled backward in fear. Faces turned pale. Hands trembled. Eyes widened in shock. Someone whispered under his breath, This is the miracle of Prophet Salih, peace be upon him." But this story did not begin with the camel. It began years earlier, with another destroyed nation after the people of Ad were wiped out because of their pride. Only a small group of believers survived, the people who followed Prophet Hud and obeyed Allah. The punishment had left the land dead silent, collapsed homes, broken pillars, dust blowing through empty valleys. The survivors looked at the ruins around them and said, "Allah saved us. If we had ignored Hud, we would have been destroyed too." So they packed what little they had and left. Their journey was painful. Long days under burning heat, cold nights in the desert, mountains that seemed endless, but deep inside they carried hope. They searched for a new beginning, a place filled with water, safety, and peace. Eventually, they arrived in a beautiful land called Alula. The valley was rich and alive. Natural springs flowed through the land. Palm trees stretched across the horizon. Gardens filled the air with sweetness. Their families grew there. Generation after generation became stronger. And over time, their descendants settled in Wadi al-Hayr, the place now known as Madain Salih. This was the beginning of the nation of Thamud. And Allah blessed them with things most nations could only dream about: strength, intelligence, skill, power. They became masters of architecture. These people didn't just build homes, they carved entire cities into mountains. Huge pillars, perfectly shaped walls, massive structures cut directly into solid rock. Even today, people stand in shock staring at those ruins. The Quran describes how they built palaces in open lands and carved secure homes into mountains. Their cities were full of life, busy markets, bright torches lighting the night, trade caravans moving constantly through the valleys. Their lands overflowed with blessings, but slowly, those blessings turned into arrogance. The people stopped thanking Allah. Instead, they proudly said, "We built all of this with our own power." And once pride entered their hearts, everything changed. Their hearts became hard. They carved idols into stone and began worshiping them instead of Allah. The rich oppressed the weak. The powerful made their own rules. Sin spread openly through society. And the people of Thamud proudly said, "Who on earth is stronger than us?" They believed their mountains would protect them forever. But they forgot one thing. Allah is the one who gives power, and Allah is the one who takes it away. Then one day, in the middle of that same valley, a child was born into a respected family. His name was Salih. From childhood, people noticed something different about him. He was gentle, wise, truthful. There was a calmness in him that stood out from everyone else. The elders used to say, "This young man is special." As he grew older, he stayed far away from the corruption of his people. While others chased wealth and status, Salih spent time alone reflecting and remembering Allah. Then one night, Allah honored him with prophethood, and the mission began. Prophet Salih stood before his people and called them toward Tawheed. "Worship Allah alone, you have no God besides him." The leaders of Thamud were shocked because this was not a stranger speaking. This was Salih, the man they trusted, the man they respected. But now he was challenging their entire way of life. The chiefs laughed mockingly. "Yesterday you were the smartest among us, and now you want us to abandon the religion of our fathers?" They said. "We respected you before this. Now you insult our traditions." But Prophet Salih continued speaking with patience and mercy. "This valley, these mountains, these blessings, all of it came from Allah. Be grateful to him. Do not worship anyone besides him." Still, they refused to listen. Then the chiefs decided to challenge him. "If you are truly a prophet, show us a miracle." They pointed toward a massive mountain and said, "Bring a living camel out from inside that rock." The people laughed confidently. To them it was impossible. But Prophet Salih calmly walked toward the mountain. He raised his hands and made dua. "My Lord, you are witness over all things. Show them your sign." Then suddenly, the valley began to shake. The mountain cracked open. A flash of light exploded through the air, and from inside the solid rock emerged a giant camel. The crowd froze in fear. No one moved. No one spoke. This was no ordinary animal. The Quran calls her Naqatullah, the Camel of Allah, a living miracle sent as a test, and the miracle did not stop there. The camel would drink from the valley's well for an entire day. Every drop of water would be gone. The people became angry. Our water is finished. But Allah placed another miracle within the camel. The next day, she produced enough milk for the entire nation. Every family, every child, every animal, nobody was left hungry. One day belonged to the camel. The next day belonged to the people. It was a simple test from Allah. But pride can destroy even the clearest truth. As more people began believing in Prophet Salih, the tribal leaders became afraid. They secretly said to each other, if this continues, everyone will follow Salih. So they made a plan. Kill the camel and Salih's message will end. One wealthy woman even offered a reward to whoever carried out the crime. Young men stepped forward proudly. Tonight, the camel dies. That night, the killers quietly followed the camel after she drank water from the well. One man fired an arrow first. The camel cried out as her leg was wounded. Then the rest attacked together. And within moments, they slaughtered the miracle of Allah. The people celebrated proudly. We killed the camel, now the water belongs to us. But they had no idea their destruction had already begun. When Prophet Salih saw what they had done, his heart broke. Tears filled his eyes. He warned them, you killed the sign of Allah. Now only a few days remain before punishment comes. Still, they mocked him. But then the countdown began. The first day, their faces turned yellow. The second day, their faces turned red. The air became burning hot. The sky looked terrifying. The third day, their faces turned black. Fear spread through the valley. People began crying in panic. We made a terrible mistake. Then before sunrise on the final morning, the earth violently shook. Mountains trembled. The sky roared with terror. And suddenly, a horrifying scream exploded across the valley. A scream so powerful, hearts stopped instantly. Souls were ripped from bodies. In one single moment, the mighty nation of Thamud was destroyed forever. The Quran says, a mighty blast seized them. Their carved homes remained standing, but the people inside them were dead. Their power could not save them. Their wealth could not save them. Their mountains could not save them. Because nations are not saved by strength. They are saved by faith. As Prophet Salih walked away from the destroyed valley, he said with sadness, I delivered the message to you, but you did not love sincere advice. And even today, the ruins of Madain Salih still stand as a warning to the world. A reminder that pride can destroy even the strongest civilization. And a reminder that every blessing we have comes only from Allah. So ask yourself, if Allah tested us today, would we pass the test of faith? If this reminder touched your heart, make sure to share this video so others can reflect on the lessons of the Quran. And subscribe Islamic Nation TV for more powerful Islamic stories that bring history to life.